Okay. So, what did you guys think of it?
Maybe we should just
I don't really like it.
They can't.
So I liked it though. I thought it was really like I do like books a lot, but I thought it was really nice because it was different. Like it was a different kind of plot. And I like how it opened with like the main issue instead of like having to like do a backstory and then do it. What were some of your questions?
I was wondering how did the incident affect his relationship with his mom? Because, usually mothers care a lot about whether their child does stuff like that, like drunk driving. So I said she's upset, but she's still loving, caring, and supportive. They don't really have a lot of attention, even though he was punished.
I kind of agree with you, but in a way, I feel like there was a lot of tension because she had to follow him around everywhere. And my mom followed me around everywhere. There's like a lot of uncomfortable tension there, just knowing that you kind of did something wrong.
It's going to be
I think
awkward.
there's tension, but it's not like she hates him or she's sending him off with his dad.
It was more in the beginning of what happened, and then it sort of died down.
You can tell when it died down when she let Lori take him somewhere. That's kind of
soul.
I think it's to make this book more interesting.
What do you think?
If I were the author, I would have had it someone died, and as
Like an actual person.
but an actual
person.
person, just a gnome, I think if someone had gotten injured, or
What does the gnome really mean? Is there any meaning behind the gnome? Because it's just a gnome, and I don't understand why
I
they would
think it
just
was sort of to bring, it really freaked you out how it's there are all these body parts.
I
around,
wouldn't know,
and you're like, oh my god, he brutally murdered someone. And then,
I think that the note was kind of a big thing because it said in the book that the note cost $350, and that's why he has to go to Saul and spend so much time with Saul trying to build up that money to pay back to Saul the evil system. So I think that's a big reason why, and I think that was playing a big part with his relationship with Saul, just getting to know him longer.
gnomes caught my interest when I didn't know because I know it's disgusting, but I was like, oh my god, because I don't really like books that's just oh, it's just a gnome, it's a broken gnome.
Yeah.
And then that just that sort of takes away all the interest. Cause, I think if he had ended up going to jail or serving some time, I don't know, this book just doesn't really catch my attention.
Yeah. One of my questions was, do you think the judge's punishment is too harsh or too easy?
That's what I said. I didn't think the judge, the way they figured that was fair, because they didn't even have a trial.
Yeah, there was really no trial. Anyone who knows anything about a trial knows that was awful.
Yeah, Law and Order. I thought it was really easy, and then so far in the book, I didn't notice that Saul had a giant impact on him, trying to make him change at all, because when he did it, he hated Saul, and then there's something that he really learned from his mistakes. I don't think he ever really owned up to what he did.
Is he still not so sure?
He didn't really think it was that big of a deal. He was like, oh, I didn't harm anyone. It's just a gnome. I didn't do anything. I didn't get far. So I don't think he really realizes, and I think Saul's gonna help him realize that he can't live.
And my other question was he doesn't like the surgery teacher say his dad or whatever, the homewrecker. But I don't understand why does he hate his teacher so much?
Well, I think
More so hates his dad.
I think he just hates the entire situation of what happened
has to
after.
blame the teacher. You made my dad leave the family. You're the reason my family's divorced. Because
Broken family.
yeah, he just wants to put that blame on her. Because no one really wants to blame their own dad for tearing apart their own family. So it's just sort of what he's thinking.
I think it was just he had all the anger inside from just everything that happened. His dad left the house, his mom is kind of trying to be a single mom, readjusting that life. Because she doesn't have the dad's income to help pay for things. So obviously things are going to be a lot harder, and it's just kind of easier to blame the person that made the dad leave than just blaming the dad or the mom of why it happened, why the whole relationship kind of fell apart.
I was also what I said what caused him to get drunk and drive. I know the alcohol can get drunk and something besides him just wanting to go to his dad's house. And I think it's just he was just really upset with his dad, and divorces aren't as easy for some people, especially when it's him having an affair with someone else.
And how old he is, like he's had the family. He's had like the perfect, not perfect, but he's had that entire family picture like with him since he was a baby up until now, where he's a lot older.
I think also it's just like anger because when he was in the hospital after the accident, his dad was like, "Oh, he's so stupid. Why are you raising him? He's so stupid. He's done worthless." And I think also part of it wasn't just because he's mad about the divorce. He's mad about how poorly his father treated him and neglected him.
How he still treats him.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, that like the email.
like he put him down all like his nerves.
Yeah.
Said he was stupid.
And then the fact that his parents were like started arguing right there, that must have made it 10 times worse.
They should have went outside or something.
I don't. Yeah.
They just have like I think it made the impact a lot worse on him. Like, and I think it made like the effect that the judge's punishment could have had a lot less effective than it could have, because just like having all that happening and just thinking like you're worthless, like I should have done it. Like seeing them argue, it's like that's why I did it. Like it's just giving him a reason, like oh that's why I did it. I don't need to do this. I have a really good reason.
And a lot of incidents like that are caused because of a bad past. And I think especially his mother really contributed to like how he got drunk. And like I said, based on for the question that was like based on your first impression of the major characters, how would you describe him or her? And I said I think he's misunderstood and troubled from his dad's neglect and affair with his teacher. Because I really think troubled is a good word to describe him. Like that's sort of hard to put.
I actually said trouble too. I said he was trouble because even when he did go drunk driving, it had a deeper meaning to why he did it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm at a party, I'm going to have some beer. Like, he's underage too.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some beer, I'm going to just get drunk and then not care what happens afterwards.
Right.
This was him knowingly taking like the vodka, drinking it, and saying, I know I'm going to go for a drive. I'm going to go to my dad's house. He knew what he was going to do. And I think he kind of knew that something could have happened, like something he was going to like crash or he was going to do something bad while like intoxicated. So I mean, I think it's kind of just him wanting to like, I feel like the vodka was kind of something that he wanted to blame it on if he did something stupid. Like when his dad's house he started yelling at him, like later on he could have been like, oh, I was just drunk.
And another thing, instead of owning up to it, and another thing is it's because it's his dad's vodka, so he's like, you're the one who left it here, that's why I drink it. So it's like,
Definitely.
I had said that when he was like, it's your vodka, and the mom was like, taking it away, but it wasn't good.
And another thing about the trial and like whether it was too easy or too hard the consequence that he got, I think it was actually he should have gotten a little more, because when you're so troubled like that, really psychologically it does leave a scar. And like I know it's sort of stupid to relate drunk driving to like mass murders and stuff like that, but a lot of people who do that are because they have a horrible that like a lot of fighting, a lot of like neglect or needs to really horrible
You have to like if that was my family, like let's say one of our dads wanting that, like I would feel like horrible. I wouldn't necessarily do what Alex did to try to cope. I probably would have had better ways to cope. But just I just think that I kind of deep with the parents in a way, the dad and the mom, so like how they handle it. But then again, Alex didn't have to go get the vodka, he didn't have to drink it, he didn't have to go driving to his dad's house to be honest.
That's why I think like my first impression is like I think he is kind of stupid. Like for drunk driving, like and things like that as a method. But I also think he's troubled because he is, because his parents are so like messed up in the relationship.
you also have to see what his parents did weren't right. He sort of had what his dad did. So it's sort of like you have to see why he was mad, and you can like tell that. I mean, it doesn't excuse what he did.
You probably noticed that
divorces
he
aren't
was
really that
his
big of a
girlfriend.
deal. Like of course it's a big deal to the kid, but like it doesn't usually like try to trouble someone. one. And I think his father's neglect is probably a big part of the drunk driving, not just the divorce.
I think also why they got
divorced. It's like Miss Liberty, our third grade teacher. Because my dad never hit on my mom with my third grade teacher. Like, you just have to sort of think about how disgusting that is.
Like, because you know the person, like, yeah, you have a connection with the person, but it's not that kind of connection that you thought you would have. Like, oh, it's a teacher connection. Now it's oh, my dad is dating this person. He had an affair with this person kind of connection. So it turns from, like, being on good terms to just hating this person. When really all she was doing is trying to just, like, loving somebody. I mean, it sounds horrible.
I feel like that if your third grade teacher who's like your teacher, who you like respect to like and respect learning and stuff, and they're dating your dad.
Yeah, you have like a connection to them. You know that you were with them like 7 hours a day for 180 days. Like you know them. Like you also don't at the same time. And it's like to not know someone, like not know all this stuff about them, but like then know that they're dating their parents. It's just weird, and that really like mess someone up.
I know that. I think that all of us, like all our parents are. I think they're all together, right? No. I think that since Allie's parents are divorced and our parents are together, Allie might like see Alex's reason like a little bit different than we would. Like she could probably relate to the book better than we could.
I didn't go out.
I was like relating to Alex's character kind of. Because like, would you have done that? No. But like, I'm sure like you felt like kind of the pain, and also like you weren't as old as Alex, so you probably could have done like whenever they got divorced. You would have done that.
I mean, I'm sort of speaking for Allie, which isn't really right, but like, sorry, Allie. Like, if my parents were divorced, like, yeah, that's like a big impact on my life. But it's like if my dad neglected me and like almost like bullied me as a child, that would screw me up way more than any divorce.
Because my mom, her parents had like a really bad divorce when she was our age, and I know that it kind of affected her and it made her a more independent person. It kind of shaped her to the mom I know that she is today, and it kind of shaped me too because my mom taught me to be independent as well. But I feel like, oh sorry, I feel like she kind of, like the way she handled it wasn't the way Alex did, and so I was kind of confused at first why he chose to handle it like that, because my mom her parents' divorce was almost exactly what happened, like the affair and stuff, a lot of fighting, a lot of tension. I felt like the way he handled it, I didn't understand, because you didn't handle it like that, my mom didn't handle it like that. I know a lot of people who are divorced, like kids of divorced parents that never would handle it like that. And I was just really confused, like, why did they handle it like that? Like, with the vodka, I think, kind of similar stuff.
Like, I started talking about your mom was related to my dad, and my dad's father died when my dad was, like, 7, which is pretty young. And so he grew up without, like, a male role model in his life. And that can be sometimes difficult, because it's like, you know, you can't always connect to your mom about, like shirt shopping, you know, like a boy, yeah, like he just sort of needed a guy in his life, and when he went to a guy in his, like, to have as a fatherly figure, all he would be like is, you're stupid, you're worthless, look at you, went drunk driving, even though he's the reason, you should be apologizing.
Like, I agree with you, I think he did.
I like Ted
but like, I think they need a role model in high school, and his dad was, of course, freshman year, so he didn't really have a role model in high school.
High school is like such a difficult transition to fill out everybody in life. Like I know that high school, like even with like having all like the materials that you need to make it an easier transition, it's still going to be hard, especially for all of us. It's going to be hard going from middle school to a busy high school life. And not having your dad to talk about it with, especially as like a son, you don't really want to tell your mom everything. I want to tell my mom everything, but I'm not going to go and tell like my dad and stuff because he just doesn't get it because he's not a girl, and then the mom probably won't get it either. He's not a boy.
Yeah.
And so it just, I feel like it was kind of probably a lot harder for them to do that
And
too.
like before we were talking about like the teacher and stuff, and like he like if it was somebody else who had the affair, like someone she didn't even know, like Alex didn't know, then he would have to have a fresh start with this person. But now that he knows the person, like it just makes it so much